Alrighty, guys, this is Yoga Fit. We're going to get started in a seated position. You can cross the legs or sit in Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together, knees open wide, but I'm going to choose the easy seat, Sukhasana, crossed legs. Sitting up tall, going to bring the chin to the chest. And just notice your breathing. And then bring the head back up. And we're going to stretch the front of the throat, but I don't want you to think dumping the head back. If anything, I want you to think you're going to take the lower jaw forward, kissy face towards the ceiling, and feel like you're lengthening out the front of the throat versus dumping the head back. And then coming back to center, twisting to your right, bring the left hand to the knee, bring your right hand behind you. And we're going to take a breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to gently turn a little bit more twisting. And then inhale, release out of that a little bit. And then exhale, a gentle, use the breath, just create a little bit more. Not too terribly hard, we're not trying to pull. Inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Other side, 4 deep breaths, starting where you feel there's resistance, and then inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Coming back to center, we're going to lean back and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. So leaning back, place your feet wide on the mat, and then gently roll the knees to one side, feeling the stretch through the hip, creating an internal rotation of the femur bone. Also roll generously from side to side, actually kind of getting a massage in your tush. Increasing blood flow into the hips. Those that were just in the standing class will probably appreciate this quite well because we used our tush quite a bit and didn't really get a good stretch in that area. Those that are just joining for the first class today, you're probably enjoying this just because you're maybe just waking up. And then coming back to center, heel toe your feet back together and straighten the legs out in front of you. You're going to point your toes and lift the arms up overhead. Inhale, and then arms come down by your sides. Exhale. Inhale, reach forward and up, creating a circle, and exhale, arms come down by your sides. 2 more. Inhale, sitting up tall, belly in, and exhale. Starting to work that core already without even doing one sit-up. Inhale, and exhale. We're going to lower back onto our back. Keep the legs straight if you can. I'm going to turn to the side since my mat is this way. You're going to start to round the spine, pull the belly in, and allow the chin to come closer to the chest. You're going to slowly lower down onto your back. Take your time. See if you can do it with no hands all the way. And once you get down there, have a moment to rest in the Shavasana early on. Just notice what the body is feeling like today. Every day is a different day. Some days are better than others. So acknowledging that and honoring that, and just know that today might be great. Maybe it's not, and that's okay. Flexing your feet, tighten the thighs, feeling the strength in your legs. Also feel the stretch in the Achilles and the calves and the bottom of the feet. Relax your legs. Now tighten your glutes, squeezing your bum. Your legs may tighten a little bit, but the feet should be relaxed. And release. All right, straighten your legs, flex your feet, tighten the thighs. Feeling the stretch in the calves, in the bottom of the feet again. And then relax the legs. Squeeze your tush, tighten it up. And release. Draw your right knee into your chest. Go ahead and hold on either onto the shin or onto the hamstring so you can pull it in towards your stomach and ribs. And change, other side. Left leg draws in. Let's repeat this. Maybe you'll notice one side is more tight than the other or more tender. And release, other side. Pull both knees in. Wrap the arms on top of the legs. Feel the spine flat. Bridge pose, feet come down about hip width distance apart. You're going to slowly lift your hips up off the floor. Lower back down. One vertebra at a time, draw the knees back into your chest. See if you can bring them in at the same time. Wrap the arms on top of the legs. Bridge pose, feet come down and hips come up. Slowly lower down. Draw both knees into happy baby. So now you're going to go wide, avoid your stomach and ribs, and hold on to the outside edge of your feet. Even though you're holding onto the outside edge of your feet, your arms are inside your legs. Bringing both legs straight up into the air. Tighten the thighs, get them as straight as possible, and point your toes. You're going to lift your head and your shoulders and reach forward. You're going to lower the right leg down to an L shape and hover it. Slowly bring it back up. Left leg will lower. Coming back up. One more time, right leg lowers. And lift. Left leg lower. And lift. Draw your knees into your chest. Spinal twist. Roll on over your knees to one side. Arms open if you can. And slowly switching to the other side, best way for you. Coming back onto your back. Draw the knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your forehead towards your knees and hold the small ball. Reach the arms forward. You're going to bicycle your legs, extending the right leg to a hover, and then switch, pulling that one in, left leg to hover. Bicycle the leg. Exhale. 2, 3, breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Bring everything back in, lower your head down, spinal twist to the right, rolling the knees over, arms come open. And slowly switch, other side. Coming back to center. We're going to rock and roll forward and backwards on the spine until you come to boat pose Navasana. Maybe it only takes one roll up to get yourself into the balance pose. Flex your feet and reach the arms forward. We're going to open the legs to a frog position. Bring the hands inside. Re-lengthen the spine. Gazing is up towards the wall, not the ceiling, not the floor. Bring the feet back together and twist to your right. Coming through center, twist to the left. Always starts so easy, and then all of a sudden, what happens? Coming back to center, lower back down onto your back. See if you can do it without putting your feet down. Nice. Dead bug position. Your knees are going to be up in the air. Flexed feet. You're going to take the arms open to a T, but hover them over the floor. Palms are going to be up. So now from here, the arms are going to stay hovered over the floor, and you're going to bring them by your hips as you straighten your right leg. So it's going to look like a bicycle leg, but the arms are going to come down towards the hips as you straighten that right leg, and then bring the right leg back in, arms come back open to the T, hovering the arms. Left leg extends, bring the arms by the hips, and bring it back up. Repeating this again. Bringing that right leg to hover, arms by the hips, and then back in and open to a T, and then the left leg. And bring it back in. We're going to roll back up to boat pose. Pull the knees in, roll up. See if you can hover. Twist to your right. And then come to center and twist to the left. Going to roll back down onto the back. Happy baby. Oh, thank goodness. Windshield wipers is next, so place your feet wide off your mat and gently roll the legs to one side and hold. Then slowly switching, rolling to the opposite side and hold. Coming back to center, heel toe your feet together. You're going to set yourself up for bridge, but this time the arms are going to go up in the air. Lift your hips up, and you're reaching the arms straight towards the ceiling. You're going to bring both arms up over the head, nice and slow, but don't let them touch the floor. Stop where they stop naturally. Bring the arms back up and lower down one vertebra at a time. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Now open up the knees. Bring the legs back together. Feet hip width distance apart. Bridge pose, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. Repeating. Then arms will slowly reach over the head, arms straight. Stop where they stop naturally. Bring the arms back up and slowly lower down. Cross your right ankle over the left knee for a figure four and gently open up the knee. You're going to pull the knees into the chest, getting a glute stretch. However, we are also going to work the abs. So you're going to reach forward and lift your head and shoulders and hold this crunch. Best you can, your left leg, the one that's here, is going to be the one that you're going to release and hover. So you're going to let it go. Try to keep the right leg in the same position. Hover and pull it back in. Gently push it into the ankle, bringing that leg closer to your chest. Repeat this again, extending your left leg to a hover. Try to keep the right leg turned out and pulled in, and pull the left leg back in. One more time. And pull back in. Nice job. Relax your head and change sides. So now we're going to go with the left ankle crossing over the right knee, opening into that figure 4 position. From here, draw the knees into your chest. Adding the crunch, lifting your head and shoulders, reaching forward, trying to use strength to keep that left leg in. You're going to straighten the right leg, hover, and pull back in and compress it in. Extend, straighten the leg, looking for your toes, yes. Pull back in, that's 2. We have 1 more. Pull back in and rest your head. Windshield wipers, so feet go wide. We're going to roll the knees to the right. And then roll to the left. Coming back to center, heel toe your feet together and bring both legs straight up into the air. Point your toes. Open to a V. Close the legs back up. Open to a V. And close. 2 more times. Open. Nice and slow control and close. Slower the better. Open. And close. Rolling up to boat pose. See if you can do it in one shot. No feet touch. Let go. Reverse tabletop. Hands come back. Feet come down about hip width distance apart. And slowly begin to peel your hips up. You're going to lift the right heel. Lower down. Lift your left heel. Lower down. Lift your right heel. Lower down. Lift your left heel. 1 more time each side. And lower down. Everything comes down. Legs go straight. And sit up tall. Reaching the arms up. You're going to turn to your right and cactus the arms. Sitting up tall. Turning back forward, reaching up, turn to your left, and begin to cactus the arms. Keep pulling in the belly, sucking it in like you got a pair of pants that don't fit. Reaching back up, turning to the right, belly's in, twist. And coming back to center, and twist. Coming back to center, hands come back for reverse plank. So legs stay straighter here, strong arms, lift the chest up and begin to lift your hips up. And then lower down. Staying in an incline, you're going to lift both legs and lower down. Okay, here we go. Hips come up. Reverse plank. And staying in the incline, light on your hands, legs come up. See if you can keep them straight. And together. Lift. And then lift the legs. Lift. Hips. Strong core. Lift the legs. I think 1 more should do it. Lift. And strong core, lift the legs. Open the legs to a V. Oh man. And rest. Oh, good friends. Let's make our way to downward facing dog. Finally. When you're in your down dog, go ahead and pedal out those feet, getting some movement through the hips and the lower back. Bending one knee at a time, creating as much twist and rotation that would feel great, to opening up, releasing any tension you might have been holding. And then stillness. Sane salutation, Surya Namaskar. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Strong legs, press into the ground to rise. Reach the arms up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Stepping back to plank pose, inhale. Lowering down to your belly, you can come to the knees first. Bend the elbows back towards your ribs. That is Chaturanga Dandasana. Low cobra. We're just going to lift the head and shoulders. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes. And lower back down. Child's pose, pressing yourself up, sitting the hips back towards your heels, and come down onto your elbows so you can circle out your wrists. Downward facing dog. One more Sane salutation. Take a deep breath in as you press your hips up and back. On your exhale, walk your feet forward. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise to stand, reach the arms to the sky, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Plank pose, inhale. Lower down or chaturanga, exhale. Keep the neck long. Cobra to your degree, it can be a baby or it can be bigger. And then lower back down, exhale. Swan dive, bring your hands back by your hips. Lift everything up off the floor. Squeezing the back and the glutes. To make it more challenging, bring the arms open to a T. Palms face the floor. To make it more challenging, bring the arms up over the ears, palms face each other with the thumbs up towards the ceiling. Child's pose. Circle out the wrists. Downward facing dog. Bring your toes to touch. Lift your right leg as high as you can so that you can open the hip. You're looking to stack your right hip over the left. Start to bend the right knee as you bring your heel closer towards your hips. That's going to stretch out that core that we worked so hard. Hip flexors. Step your right foot forward between your hands best you can and rise to high crescent lunge. High crescent, you've got the back heel lifted. Reach the arms up. Turn open to your right, arms come open to wide like a T. Coming back to center, inhale. We're going to flow through vinyasa, hands come down to the mat, exhale. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, to your degree, exhale. Cobra, whichever feels best to you, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Bring your toes together. Left leg, inhale, lift it really high, opening up your hips to the side wall, and then start to bend that left knee. Bring the heel towards the hip. And then stepping forward between your hands, rising up to high crescent. Back heel stays lifted for your high crescent, high lunge. You're going to turn to the left, open the arms wide. Coming back to center, inhale. Hands come to the mat, exhale. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Taking small steps, walk your feet forward. Chair pose, toes touch, knees touch, and reach the arms up. Bring the hands back by your hips. You're going to transfer the weight to the balls of the feet, but don't lift your heels. So just shift the weight forward. Feel the heels start to come up, but don't let them come up. And then shift the weight back onto the heels, coming where you can almost let your toes wiggle around, yeah? Shift the weight slightly forward, almost like the heels are going to come up, and then shift it back. Letting the toes feel like they're going to lift right off the mat. One more time, shift forward, and shift back. We're going to stand up, reach the arms up, interlace the fingers, steeple, index fingers pointing straight up, side bend to the right. Hips are moving to your left. And change, side bend to the left, hips move to the right. Coming back to center, chair pose. Bring the arms forward. You're going to shift the weight onto the balls of the feet and lift your heels now all the way as high as you can go. So keep squeezing the knees together, and maybe you can come all the way down. How low can you go? Keeping the heels lifted, rise all the way back up to standing, like a ballerina. Legs straight, arms up over the head. Lower the heels down, exhale, forward fold. Plank, we're gonna do plank, side plank. So widen your feet enough so that you can spin both heels over to the right. And that way you're on the inside of the left foot on the mat and the outside of the right foot. Lift the left arm in the air. Breathe. Going through plank, side plank, heels swivel to the left side so your right hand can come in the air. Coming back to center, child's pose. All right, you're gonna need one of your light weights. We're gonna do bird dog and fire hydrant bird dog. So you just need one weight. You're gonna start with the weight in your left hand. So start by extending the right leg behind. Now you wanna have the hip down. So I always feel like I'm kind of rolling to the pinky toe there, kind of turning the toe in the pigeon toe type fashion, and then lifting the leg. Keep the belly pulled in. And then the left arm, best you can, you're gonna reach it forward. I kind of like a palm up. That works the bicep. See what you think. Relax your jaw and lower down. All right, we're gonna put the weight now into the right. Gonna extend the left leg behind and kind of get onto the pinky side of the toe. That kind of inverts the leg a little bit. Yeah. And then lift the leg in that position, belly strong. And then take your right hand with your weight and start to lift it forward. Maybe you just couple inches if you've got a shoulder issue, or maybe you come higher up. And rest. Child's pose, and we're gonna take a side stretch in this child's pose. So have your knees closer together. It'll make it a little more accommodating. Lift your head, walk your hands over to the right, and reach your left arm long. Looking for a stretch through the shoulder blade and through the rib cage on the left side of the body. You can allow your head and forehead to rest down. And other side, lift your head. Reaching now the right arm. Feeling the stretch now on the right side. Coming back to center, fire hydrant bird dog. It is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to put the weight into your left hand. You're going to bring your right leg out to the side like a fire hydrant, but not too high. You're going to keep your right arm straight. And the left arm, instead of going forward, you're going to take it out to the side like an airplane wing. Straight as can be, palm down. Holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Now, the common issue with this one, guys, is that people will do the leg, but they bring it more backwards to help balance. I want you to really try to bring it straight up the side and slightly forward towards your elbow. That'll make it much harder. Let's try the other side. All right, so left leg out to the side for a little baby fire hydrant. Then your right arm out to the side with the palm down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. You're going to do it one more time. I'm going to watch. Here we go. Going to put the weight in the left hand, right leg out to the side, but not too high, right? And then left hand comes out to the side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch the weight. Leg comes out, arm comes out. Bring it more forward towards your elbow for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Put your weights down, downward facing dog. Bring your toes together. Right leg lifted up high, opening the hip and bending the knee, creating a stretch. Exhale, step forward between your hands. We're going to rise to crescent. I want you to grab your weight though, just one weight. Grab that one weight, bring it up. All right, so you're gonna put the weight into your right hand. Okay, right hand. You're gonna reach both arms up over the head. You're gonna turn to your right and open the arms to a T or wide. Keep the elbows slightly bent. From here, stay twisted. You're going to move into twisted dragonfly by bringing the left hand down to the mat and your right hand is going to track up towards the ceiling. With the right hand, the one that's got the weight in it, you're going to bring it over your ear. So straight arm, slowly bringing it forward over your ear and look underneath your arm. See if you can see the ceiling. Bring the weight back up to the ceiling and bring it down all the way to the floor. Plank pose, Chaturanga Tadasana. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, cobra, inhale, down dog, exhale. Toes together, left foot lifting high, bending the knees, stacking the hip, inhale. Gonna step forward between the hands, high crescent or high lunge, grab your weight, bring it up with you. All right, now it's gonna be in your left hand. Back heel lifted, reach the arms up, turn to your left, and open the arms. Keep the elbow a little bent. Keeping the twist, right hand's gonna come to the mat, landing in twisted dragonfly. Slow control. All right, slowly. Left arm will come over towards your ear, towards the top of the mat. And then you're looking under the arm. Belly in. Bring that weight back up to the ceiling. And then down to the mat. Plank pose. Chaturanga all the way down as we're going to hold it down here on the bottom. Swan dive. You're going to grab your weight in whichever hand you got it in. You're going to try to pass it behind your back. I know it. From side to side. Palms are up. This is not easy. So I'm trying to hold on to like the edges of my weight. Not easy. and rest. Put your weight down next to you. Child's pose with your knees together. And bring the elbows in tight towards your knees. That way you can round the spine, taking a stretch. All right, we're going to make our way onto our knees into gate pose. So you're going to go onto your right knee with your left leg extended out to the side. You're going to bring your right hand out to the side as well, and the arm up in the air. Okay, so this bottom foot, wherever it's comfortable for your knee. If you need to double up your mat, double up your mat. What we're going to do is what's called a cupcake hand. So you're going to use your side oblique here to lift your body up, creating a little cupcake hand, coming up into the little edges of your fingertips, and then slowly lower back down. Now I am using a little bit of hand strength, but I really want it to be more that you're lifting through here and coming down, right? Lifting up, using the waist, coming back down, lifting up, and waist. So we're doing our side oblique. Sometimes we do bananas. Today we're doing the gate crunch, little lift and lower. One more, and lift and lower. Stay here, wrap the arm behind your back, stretching out the shoulder, and open up towards the ceiling. Take the gaze up. Release. And we're going to switch to the other side, whichever way is best for you. I like to actually come back to like a child's pose in between. And then coming back onto your hands and knees, and then to turn to the side. You're going to come on your left knee now. The right leg out to the side. On your left hand, your arm up. We're going to cupcake. Here we go. Lift, cupcake. You got that icing underneath there, and lift, cupcake. And lower down. Really use your side waist right through here. One more. Nice job. And wrap the hand behind the back and take the gaze up. And release. Coming down. Ooh. Child's pose. Going to use your ball. So we are going to come onto our backs. You're going to lift the hips up, place the hips underneath the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can use a block, or you can just lift your legs up in the air. So you can roll up, or you can lift up in a bridge. Your legs are going to come up. Shoulders away from your ears. We're going to start with the splits. Bring the right leg forward towards your face, and then lower the left leg down towards the top or the foot of your mat. Looking for a stretch in the hamstring. You're also maybe getting a little bit in the hip flexor, so as adducting. And change legs. Relax your shoulders. Bring the legs back together. Flex your feet. Open to a V. And gently move the feet slightly forward and slightly back, just a couple of inches. Looking to stretch all the muscles in that inner thigh area. Last one. Bring your legs back together. I like to bend the knees to do it because I really get open wide. If that helps you, I hope it does. Cross the right ankle over the left knee for figure 4. Bend your left knee in, draw that leg in as tight to your chest as you can. The idea is that the ball is going to help tilt the pelvis, so you don't have to use your arms and pull. You can let them relax. And change, other side. And release. Bring your feet down so you can remove your ball or just lift your hips up. Now we're going to place the balls between the shoulder blades on our back, not the lower back, not too high up at the shoulders. And we're going to do some mini back bends. You're going to support your head with your hands, and you're going to let your head come down as far as comfortable for you, opening up those elbows. And then slowly coming back up, remove your ball and lie flat for your final Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale out. One more time. Breathe in deep and exhale. Small movements with your fingers and your toes. And relax. Bending one knee at a time, place your feet onto the mat. And lift your hips up for a low bridge. Lower back down and draw your knees into your chest, whether you like the happy baby or just knees to chest, whichever feels better to you. And then slowly make your way up seated. Either rolling over or rolling up into your favorite boat pose. No, just kidding. No more boat pose. We're good there. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Those at home, thanks for joining. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you.